Hey guys, it's TheNpcsim. So today I have another tutorial up finally after like 4 months or 5 months. It's a building tutorial today actually, which I'm kind of excited for because I haven't done a building tutorial in like at least 6 or 7 months or more, so I'm happy for it. I got a new expansion pack recently called Kitchen and Bath Stuff, I think. It was a stuff pack, it wasn't an expansion pack. And I was going through all the kitchen stuff, and I was messing around with the new items and stuff I had, and it kind of inspired me to try to make something new. And after some trial and error in about 2 or 3 days, I made something I liked, and I was like, ooh, I should share this. So, the tutorial today is how to build an island counter. And here's a picture of what it looks like. Cool, huh? And so, yeah. I'm going to show you guys how I built just the base of the island counter, and I'm going to show a few pictures of different things you can add to it to make it more fancy. I was going to do that in my video, like just show you guys through the video how to do different ones, but I thought that would take up way too much time, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm just going to show you how to do the base of it, and I'm going to show you pictures of the different ones I did just to give you some ideas on what you could do for the island counters. All you're going to need for this tutorial is Sims 2. You don't need any specific expansion packs or anything, so that's awesome. So, all that's said and done, let's make an island counter. And the computer just froze. Oh, nope, yay. Okay, let's go. Okay, you obviously just started your Sims 2 game. Mine always takes a minute to load. I have the slowest and most horrible laptop in the world. La-di-di-da-di-di-da. Yeah, I'll come back when it's... Alright, started up. One thing I recommend you guys should do is get an empty lot and practice, just to practice on it. I don't like practicing with Sims around and stuff, so if I mess something up, it won't mess up the Sims house or anything. So, anyways, let's head in. Okay, stuff set up. Sorry if you guys hear some like talking and stuff in the background. My mom's watching her stupid shows. So anyways, you want to make a somewhat good-sized kitchen, just so the Sims kind of have room to like walk around the island counter and all that. Just my preference. So anyways, the first thing you want to do is go to your cheat box and do that. You press Control, Shift, and C on your keyboard, and we're going to type in boolprop space snapobjectstogrid space false, just like that. You don't capitalize anything, you don't move anything anywhere else, you type it in just like that, and then you push enter. Now that cheat code right there is going to allow us to move our countertops all over the grid as we please. It's not going to go to this grid, or this grid, or this grid, or this grid. We can just move anywhere we want. Another thing is you want a counter like this, where the this part goes upward and not outward like how this counter does. Because it when you go to put the two together to make your big island counter, they don't go together. So this kind of countertop. Oh, one more cheat code we need to type in. Control Shift C again. You're going to put move underscore objects space on. Just like that. No capitalizing or anything. Push enter. And now that allows us to move items like close together without the game stopping you. So now we can actually get started making the countertops, or making the countertops. So just get a counter that you like, and just click it, and the first thing you're just going to do is just start lining it up wherever you want in your kitchen. It doesn't have to be like perfectly in the square. I just like to do that. So. And now with these, what you want to do is you want to try to move these two together and evenly, as close as you can possibly get them. And one thing you want to try to get is, I'm pretty sure you see these faint white lines right here. That's called clipping. It's where items just aren't together too good. and it doesn't look too good. Like, you can notice the clipping in your game, so you just want to put them together so they come out evenly and nicely. No, little to no clipping is what you want. So if there's like some, you don't have to freak out too much about it. It's fine. You can put as many You can put as many counters together as you want. I like to do about 3 because to me 3 is just a nice amount. Ooh, I was off. Click. Alright, now that you have those 3 done, you're just going to go and do this on the other side, and once more just match everything up that you can. Click. And click. Wow. That's actually, I was off just by a tiny bit. Get back there. Sweet, so there's no clipping, or there's no actual like bad clipping. And that's pretty much one of the countertops, one of the island, this is basically the base for the island counter that you can do. And it's simple as that. And you can add appliances, like if you put them on the grid well enough, you just turn off the snap objects to grid sheet, and to turn them off you go boolprop, snap objects to grid true. You put true instead of false, enter. And now you're just stuck to the grid lines and whatnot. And if you turn off the move objects cheat, you go move objects off. You can now add in any like appliances or sinks that you want to your counter. See, they all go in, and your Sims should be able to use all this stuff. So that a nice little sink. I was looking at toilets. Yeah, it's adding the toilet to our island counter. So you can add that. You can also take one of the counters out if you want, and put in a stove or something if you want, or a fridge. That's what I was doing a couple times. So yeah, there you guys go pretty much. This is your island counter. So now stay tuned, and I'll show you guys some of the things that you can do with this island counter to amp up the fanciness just a little bit. So if you guys are watching this just to get the basics for the counter, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was easy enough for you guys. And I shall see you later. Bye, guys. Here we have my my first idea that I got, and that was to put pillars on both sides of my island counter. And I really like pillars. I think they make things really, really fancy for me. And I love them. So I just put them in about halfway on both sides of my counter, and they went in cleanly, like someone had cut out the sides of the counter specifically to put the pillars in. It doesn't look bad. It looks really nice and clean and good. And this is what both of them look like when they're on the counter. And those 2 yellow things that my arrows are pointing at are lights. I thought some lights on the sides of the pillars would look really cool. Or like maybe some of those ceiling lamps. But the ones I had found all hung kind of too low, so I thought putting some lighting on the sides of the pillars would look kind of nice. And here is my awesome counter that I fell in love with it. Those brown and white squares you see on the top of the pillars are lights that came with my recent stuff pack. And I love them. They fit really well, and they look kind of like a ceiling in a sense for them. And so I took the opportunity to start hanging things from the bottom, or just to put things below them to make it look like they're hanging. And that's where I put the pots and pans from, just to make it look kind of nice. And then one super easy way to make your kitchen look nice obviously is to put decoration items down, like spices and jars and stuff like that on your counters. If you have the kitchen and bath stuff, you have those. Or if you have the Seasons expansion pack, I believe you have some counter items you can put down, like you have jars. There's like some cooking utensils in jars and stuff like that. And I'm pretty positive if you went to like Mod The Sims or something, you could find some decoration items for the kitchens. So. Here is an easy island counter I had totally forgotten to tell you guys about. You just take the countertops, but not the ones with the edges that go up, but the edges that go outward. And that allows you to be able to put some chairs behind them. You can just stack the counters next to each other. You have a really simple, easy island counter to do. The Sims can't sit there and eat, but I still think it looks kind of nice to have in your kitchen. So. And here's what the kitchen would look like with a stove on the inside. After I got done with it, I was looking at it and I was deciding what else I could do with it, and I decided that, I don't want to put the stove off to the side of the island counter. I want to incorporate the stove in with it. So I just took out a countertop and I put the stove in, and I put the, I'm not sure what you call those gigantic things that's hanging above the stove. It's like fans or something that kind of suck the smoke up so your alarm doesn't go off. And I thought that looks nice, especially since it's coming down from the lights. It looks just natural and nice.